Kia ora. This is my pinning video for you today, and we are going to be pinning. I'll show you how to pin, and then we'll have a little talk about cutting as well. So when you are pinning things, you really need to make sure that your pattern piece, and this is our pattern piece here, so it's a piece of paper a little bit larger than the thing we're actually going to be making, because when we come to sew it, we'll be sewing 10 mils inside this cutting line here, leaving a gap here so that we can turn it inside out. This applies to all your pattern pieces though. When you are leaving an opening, try and leave it on a sort of a straighter bit, and then it's very easy and you don't have to wrestle corners or tucking things in and making it a little bit more tricky. So you place your piece as close to the edge as you possibly can. Okay, as technologists we want to be as cost effective as possible. We don't want to be making things that are going to cost too much money and then people go, oh actually no thanks, I'm okay. So what you need to do is you need to hold your pattern piece, and you need to hold the piece of material together, and you're going to take your pin and you're going to push it into the material, and you're going to push it into the piece of paper, and then you're going to bend it backwards, and then you're going to push it through, okay, so that it secures everything and holds it nicely in place. Now you'll see that my pin is on the inside of this pattern piece, and the reason is because when we come to cut it out, we basically don't want pins in the way. If we have pins in the way, then we'll have to take the pin out and move it so that then we can cut. So you need to make sure that all your pins are nicely placed inside the pattern piece. Now you also need to, so you push it through, bend it back and push it through again. You need to make sure that it's nice and flat on the back, which can be a bit tricky and is a little bit of a skill. So you just need to persevere and practice that one, and then you can go all the way around. Now I'm putting all my pins in one direction because it gets you into the habit for when you are sewing. So when you come to sewing with the machine, it just gets you into the habit of popping it in the right direction. So when you come round with the foot, you can pull your pins out easily and pop them straight into the pin cushion. Okay, so some people do lots and lots and lots of pins. You don't need too many, but what you're trying to do is you're trying to, when you pick it up, you want the material and the pattern to hold together. If you're trying to wrestle a pattern piece and holding a piece of material together, that's quite tricky. So this just makes your life nice and easy. Okay, so you carry on pinning round, pin, pin, pin. And just one more in there for good measure. Making sure that it's nice and flat on the back, which it is, nice and lovely. Okay, oops, that bit of a bent pin. So when you come to cutting, lots of people do little snippy bits. You want nice, long, smooth strokes. Now your scissors have a nice and red, okay, and the ones with a little bit of blue on are for left-handed. The plain red ones are right-handed. You need to make sure that this smaller circle or oval or shape is at the top, because that's for your thumb to go in. That's for your thumb to go in, and this is for your fingers to go in, so it's nice and easy to hold. Okay, so just make sure you've got them the right way up, because it makes cutting a lot easier. And what you need is you want nice, long, smooth strokes. Nice, long, smooth strokes. And you need to cut just round that pattern piece. So you want to cut on the line, you want it nice and accurate, nice, long strokes. Long, long. Okay. It will be a little bit easier if you can lift it up a bit. Trying to cut against the table is a bit tricky. So So you just need to beautifully go around there. Nice and smooth and accurate as possible, because with all your pattern pieces usually there's at least two, so what you're aiming for is two pieces exactly the same, so that when you fit them together there's no gaps or overlaps. There you go, nice and smooth, all the way round. There you go. There, nice and cut out.